Hello, can I please get a microphone check? Let me know in the chat if you can hear my voice. In the meantime, please learn and heed the #1 rule in DeFi. What we do here is Web3. So we use an app called a Web3 wallet, and we take full custody of all of our coins, all of our tokens, completely in our control. The way we do that is with a Web3 wallet, which is also known as a seed phrase. It is the 12 words that you get when you open a new wallet in whatever app you're using. I recommend the Rabby app, RABBY.io. I'll put it in the chat. Thanks, Mullion. So whenever you start a new wallet, you're going to get that 12-word seed phrase, also known as the secret recovery phrase, emphasis on the word secret. You have to keep it to yourself. If anybody gets a hold of that seed phrase, they're going to be able to take all of your crypto. So keep it as a hard copy, paper, stainless steel, whatever. Keep it as a hard copy. Don't store it as a file on a device. That device could get hacked. You lose your seed phrase. Game over. Don't give your seed phrase to anybody, no matter what they say. All kinds of nasty people out there are going to try to trick you. So don't fall for the tricks. Don't give your seed phrase to anybody. Never email it to anybody, not even to yourself. And never enter it online. So that's a very common scam. The scammer will get you to go to a website and enter your 12 words. Don't do that. That will be game over. So just keep your seed phrase to yourself. You don't need it in the future. The one and only time you need it in the future is if you're restoring your wallet on a new device, a new phone, a new computer. You want to restore your wallet on that new device. That's the one time you need to bust out your seed phrase. Other than that, just keep it locked away. Hello, thanks for tuning in. My name is Brandon, also known as the DeFi Guide. I'm an educator in cryptocurrency and decentralized finance. I teach crypto, I teach DeFi, I teach Web3 for a living. I retired. I quit my job at age 48, early January 2022. So it's been over 2 years. I've been doing this full time. I absolutely love it. And I'm able to support my family off of decentralized finance. No scams or tricks here. I never provide any kind of advice. I just educate. I teach people how to get into crypto, how to do DeFi, how to use Web3 wallets, and how to provide liquidity, for example. That's what I've been focusing on for the last 4 or 5 months, mainly focusing on providing liquidity on a decentralized exchange. And today is not going to be any different. So I'm going to talk about V3. I'm going to talk about rebalancing my liquidity position. Anyway, no advice, just education. Your investment decisions are your decisions. Don't blame me for your investments that have gone bad. I'm not providing advice, just education. Everybody, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. If we get enough live viewers, I will do a giveaway. Usually I do that. I give away about $20 worth of crypto, but we do need to have some good participation. If you're watching the recorded version of the video, thanks for watching the video. Please like the video, leave a comment down below, and turn on the notifications so next time you can catch the live stream live, and then you'll have an opportunity to possibly win some free crypto. What else? What's up, Huss? Thanks for being here. Don't forget to like the stream and share it. Share it with as many people as you possibly can. And if we get enough folks tuning in, I'll do a giveaway. So yeah, I've been focusing a lot of my content on providing liquidity. This particular position, I've been running this for a little bit more than a week now. And you can see price has escaped my range several times. And each time I've done a rebalance, which means I rebalance the ratio of tokens in my wallet and I plug those into the liquidity pool with a particular price range. Now, this pool is Bitcoin and ETH. So the prices over here might not make sense to you. Since when is Bitcoin 20.4 or even ETH for that matter? So the reason the price looks so strange is because this chart has been toggled to display prices in terms of wrapped ETH. So this price is showing us how many wrapped ETH tokens it takes to buy one Bitcoin token or wrapped Bitcoin token. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin price in terms of ETH. That's why the prices look strange. But I like to display the chart in this mode because these prices are what's going to dictate where my range should be and whether or not the price is in the range or out of the range. You have to visualize it in this mode. Okay, this is just a toggle. This is on Deck Screener, pretty good charting site. But notice if I show the price in US dollars, it's just going to show me the Bitcoin price in US dollars. So I keep it in ETH mode. So early this morning, price escaped my range. What does that mean? Does that mean Bitcoin was going down in price? Maybe. It could also mean that Bitcoin is staying flat while ETH is going up. Remember, it's relative. It's the two tokens relative to each other. So this is really showing us how is Bitcoin performing compared to ETH. If Bitcoin is performing better, this price will go up. If Bitcoin is performing worse than ETH, this price will go down. So hopefully that makes sense. And yeah, so price escaped my range. As soon as it escapes the range, I stop earning the swap fees, which is the whole point for providing liquidity on a decentralized exchange. You're trying to earn additional tokens in the form of swap fees. It also means because price escaped out the bottom of my range, my position became 100% wrapped Bitcoin and 0% ETH, right? So traders are selling Bitcoin, right? Because this is showing the Bitcoin price in terms of ETH. So traders are selling Bitcoin. My liquidity position is buying Bitcoin, right? We're always taking the opposite side of the traders when we're providing liquidity. We are making a market for those two tokens. And if traders are selling, we're buying. If traders are buying, we're selling. So obviously, once price reaches the bottom of my range, I don't have any more ETH left to I don't have any more ETH left to buy Bitcoin from the traders. I bought Bitcoin, I bought Bitcoin, and that's it. I don't have any more ETH to give to the traders. So my position when I pull it, which I already did prior to the stream, it's going to end up being almost completely Bitcoin. There was a little bit of ETH that went to my wallet right here, 88 cents worth of ETH. That was from trading fees that I collected while the price was still in my range. So all I did, you can see the transaction is still, or the pop-up window is still there. I just clicked on my position and clicked the remove button and then selected 100%. Okay. So I also had my LP token. Whenever you provide liquidity, you get an LP token. I had that LP token staked over here on the farm. And so that helps me to earn a little bit of cake. Cake token is the reward token for Pancake Swap. So the first thing I'm going to do, I want to put as much of my capital back into the new position as possible. So the first thing I'm going to end up doing is just swapping the little bit of cake that I got for some ETH. So $3.74 worth of cake. Just need to unlock my ledger. I'm low on ETH, so I'm going to be swapping cake for ETH, and I'm going to be having to swap some of my Bitcoin for ETH as well. Now, we're not ready to open it up to the public, but there is a new project that's being tested right now. I am part of a small group that is testing this project. And what it is a bot that manages your liquidity position for you. It automatically rebalances the position when it needs to be rebalanced. It automatically claims some of your fees to your wallet. It automatically compounds some of your fees back into the position. So it just handles everything automatically. But we're still testing it, and the dev, G-Money, is the developer of it. He said we need some more time before we're ready to open it to the public, so to speak. Okay. So now, as far as tokens in my wallet, I have mostly wrapped Bitcoin. I just have a little bit of ETH. So what we're going to do is exchange some of this wrapped Bitcoin for ETH. If we zoom out, this Bitcoin versus ETH price seems to be fairly range bound between the lows here and the highs somewhere in this neighborhood. So I don't necessarily want to go too much lower. You can see the price hasn't really dropped below 20.3. But yeah, I'd like my range to I'd like it to be this narrow once again. The narrower the range, the higher the APR. You know, if you have a narrow range, you're going to earn more fees. So I'd like something kind of in that neighborhood. That's almost going to be 50-50. It's going to be a little bit heavier on the Bitcoin side. So I don't want to exchange half of this Bitcoin. I want to exchange a little bit. Let's see. No, I need to be heavier. Yeah, I need to be heavier on the Bitcoin side. So I'm not going to do that much. I'll do 8. I did make a spreadsheet, but the price moves around a lot, so I decided it's kind of not worth it for the spreadsheet. We'll just allow it to set up wherever it's going to set up in terms of the range. All right. So again, when I remove this liquidity position just before the stream, the position was 100% Bitcoin and 0% ETH, other than 88 cents worth of ETH from fees that have been collected. Okay. So in order to have a somewhat balanced position with this lower price, I need to have closer to 50-50 dollar value. 50% ETH, 50% Bitcoin. Its price is currently a little bit low in the range, which means I'm going to have more Bitcoin. Slightly more value in Bitcoin compared to ETH. Okay. So let's go ahead and establish this new position. My spread on ETH Bitcoin is 16.7 to 26.09. Which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but your min price is way down here. At 16.7. All right. And your max price is 26. So way the heck up here. And so that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having a very wide range, but the wider your range, the lower your APR. So if you look at your position on PancakeSwap, if you look at the position, it will show you your current APR. By the way, you probably, I don't know what network you're doing this on. I'm doing it on ZK Sync because I'm also trying to farm for a ZK Sync airdrop. Hopefully one day I'll get an airdrop from ZK Sync when they launch a token. So that can vary as well, but you should be able to click on your position, Mr. Big, and you should be able to see your current APR. It's just an estimate based on volume and based on your price range. I'm thinking your APR is going to end up being pretty dang low. So it's always a trade-off when you're providing liquidity. It's a trade-off between a tight range, which requires more maintenance, but it's going to earn a higher APR, and a wide range, which requires less maintenance, but pays less. So I'd be curious to see what your APR is on that wide spread. Anyway, let's go ahead and establish the new position. So even a plus and minus 5% range would be tighter than what you're currently running, Mr. Big. Again, nothing wrong with that, but look at the APR. So if I go from 19.4 to 21.56, my APR is only 70%, and that's including whatever cake I can earn from staking the LP token. I would like to go more like 20.4. Maybe 20.36 actually, up to 20.6. Let's try 20.35. Up to 20.6. Tab. Notice how the APR increased dramatically. So tighter range, higher APR. And let's see how that will work out in terms of the actual balance of tokens that I have in my wallet. So if I want to put all of the Bitcoin in there, that's only going to put a little bit of the ETH in there. I'd like to put a larger portion of my ETH that I have available in my wallet. I'd like to put a larger portion of that into the position. So if we bring the min price higher, that will require more Bitcoin. If we bring the min price lower, that will require less Bitcoin and more ETH. That's too low. We go up a little bit on this. No. If we go down a little bit on this, that's going to end up needing a little bit more ETH. 1.6. I like this. I like this. It's going to leave me about 0.01 ETH, or roughly, what is that, about $40? I don't know what ETH is. No, it's only about 30 something dollars. Kind of like that. And again, we're putting all of our wrapped Bitcoin into the position and almost all of our ETH. That looks pretty good to me. $22.9. Yeah. And like, you know, some people will say, that's amazing, 22.9% interest. And it is. It's very, very good. You know, it's 5 or 6 times what you would get at your bank account. And you can compound this, right? But as you can see here, the position I just established, which again will require some more maintenance on my part. The APR is better than 1% a day. So it just depends on your personal preference. Your position, Mr. Big, is going to be completely set it and forget it, and just the passive income rolls in. Mine is going to require that I keep an eye on it closer. Love ZK Sync. Yes, me as well. I really like this network. This was a swap. So 6 cents to do a swap. 11 cents to do this swap. 2 cents to do this swap. Actually, the 11 cents, yeah, that was when I removed the liquidity. So this is a little bit more expensive of a transaction, but that's, you know, that's really cheap. I would say that's probably even cheaper than BNB chain. And the transactions go through really fast too. Yep, 100%. Yep, it's just up to the individual and what your preference is. Do you want to sit there and babysit the position? I mean, I know folks that really push this to the limit. They get like way tighter, and the APR obviously is a lot higher, but then it's a lot easier for price to escape that range. So it's all up to your personal preference. Let's take a look at this position. First of all, I want to make sure that I remember. Oh, I think I might have selected the wrong pool. Oh well, not a big deal. I'm sure it'll need to be rebalanced sometime soon, but I prefer to utilize the 0.01% pool because it pays twice as much cake. See, the multiplier there is 0.4x versus 0.2x. So as a consequence of that extra cake that you're earning here, the overall APR is higher. By the way they calculate these sort of default APRs, this is for full range, meaning you don't have a min price and a max price. You're just providing across the entire range, 0 to infinity. And that would be your APR in terms of the fees that you would collect for a full range position. I've actually obviously narrowed my range quite a bit. So my LP fee APR is going to be a lot higher than 8.8%. And then the farm APR is based on the cake that you get from staking your LP token. And that also goes up when you have a tighter range. So PancakeSwap rewards those liquidity providers based on the tighter the range, the higher the rewards. So I meant to use this pool, but it just defaulted to this one. That's fine. Not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and stake the LP token. Do you have trigger points where you say, I need to rebalance, or I will wait to see what happens? Yeah, so the trigger point would be if and when price escapes my range, I need to rebalance. I could wait and see what happens, and maybe it'll go right back into range. But I don't really care when it comes to this particular pair, because I'm bullish on ETH long term, and I'm bullish on Bitcoin long term. So I don't really care if I need to swap some Bitcoin for ETH like I just did, or if it goes out the top and I need to swap some ETH for Bitcoin like I did. I think I did that on Monday. I don't really care. Like, as long as I have $1,200 worth of both tokens, I don't really care what the ratio is. Long term, I think both tokens are going up. I do believe that over time, ETH will outperform Bitcoin, which would mean that this chart kind of goes down and to the right over long periods of time. If we zoom out to the daily chart, that doesn't seem to be the case, at least since this pool has been created. ZK Sync is a pretty new network. So for the last 2 months, according to this chart, Bitcoin has been performing better than ETH, which at the beginning of the bull market, that's typical, right? Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency that pumps. And then we have later on what they call alt season, where Bitcoin will cool off and capital will start to flow into the altcoins like ETH, BNB, Solana, etc. So if that trend continues and Bitcoin continues to outperform, I'll be rebalancing to the upside more often. My position will sell out of Bitcoin and it'll be 100% ETH, right? So I need to look at this position and get my chart right. So the max price is 20.5908. And the min price is 20.3249. Cool. All right. So that is my new range. And we'll see how that goes. There's no way to predict which coin is going to do better than the other. We don't know if Bitcoin is going to outperform ETH over the next hours and days, or if ETH is going to outperform Bitcoin. There's just no way to predict that. But I'm fine either way. So in the meantime, I'm collecting lots of fees. I'm in that higher fee tier pool. So that'll be interesting. And hopefully it'll stay in my range a long time and get a ton of volume, and we'll be collecting tons of fees. So, but even here, it's over 400%. So that should be, theoretically, it should be more than 1% a day, including the cake that I'm earning over on the farm, right? My cake farm. Nice. So you remembered to stake your LP token like I just demonstrated. I have forgotten to do that in the past. So I left some money on the table by not having my LP token staked on the farm. But yeah, sometimes this will pop up the little tooltips and show you the breakdown. Sometimes it won't. Like I'm hovering my mouse and nothing has happened. I don't want to click on that. But if I look at it on the farm, I think it will show me the breakdown. Uh-oh, did I lose internet access? The reason I started the stream late today is because my internet here in Puerto Rico is Starlink, and it's been real foggy and rainy and cloudy today. And so whenever we have a lot of rain and clouds, it messes with the Starlink. Okay, so that my farm APR is 148 and my LP fee APR is 160. See what I mean? That they pay you more cake if your range is tighter. But again, nothing wrong with, 22, 23%. That is nice. LFG. I don't recognize you, Sadia. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and definitely turn on notifications. Pretty slow day here on YouTube. I only have 12 live viewers, so I won't be doing a giveaway today. probably going to wrap it up here pretty soon. But usually if I get like 35 to 40 plus live viewers during the live stream, I give away $20 worth of crypto. Did that on Monday. Not going to do it today because we only have 11 viewers. So yeah. Any questions, guys? I just wanted to do that quick little stream, update my position here on PancakeSwap. Oh, that's fun. Get my position rebalanced, make it a little tighter so we get some more APR going. Okay. Just real quick, I do have some instructional videos on how to do this. Actually, let me go a step further back from that. If you check out my description below, I have several handy links, including the best on-ramp and off-ramp for getting some crypto. So for buying your first crypto, I recommend this. You can also go the Coinbase route or the Kraken route. If you're in the US, you can go with the Binance.com. If you're not in the US, so you can use those centralized exchanges to buy your first crypto. But it does take a while for those deposits to clear and for you to be able to withdraw your newly purchased crypto. So you can also try the on-ramp service over at ArcFi. Do I have a Rabby link? I should really have my Rabby link. On-ramp, drip station, animal farm. I should probably take off the drip station. I'm still good, but I should have my Rabby link on here, but I failed. Anyway, if you're brand new to all of this, you want to start out by getting yourself a Rabby wallet. I recommend Rabby, RABBY.io. Next, you can use that ArcFi site to buy some crypto using a debit card or a credit card and have that sent to your Rabby address. And if you want to start learning how to provide liquidity in V3, you want to check out this video right here. Just go to my homepage for my channel. I did hear of ICE today, Stephen, but I did not tune in for the AMA earlier today, so I don't have a clue what it is. H2O on Pulse. My pleasure. This is what I love to do. So I don't care if it's only one person tuning in. If I have a chance to teach somebody how to take advantage of this amazing opportunity of providing liquidity and earning high APRs, I'm good with that. I'm good with teaching one person at a time. What was I going to say? So go to the videos section, and this is a basic tutorial of how to create your first liquidity position on PancakeSwap. Okay. There are other decentralized exchanges, Uniswap for one. Uniswap and PancakeSwap are the safest, most well-established decentralized exchanges. But there are others, and the interface varies, but it's basically the same idea. You set your min price, your max price. Make sure you have the right balance of tokens in your wallet and throw it in there. So yeah. Oh. Thanks, Mr. Big. Appreciate you being here. If you're out of range a lot, should you wait to be more near your range to rebalance? Excellent question. Very, very good question. So that's that is a decision based on some ability to predict the future, right? So I rebalanced when the price was down here. In other words, I bought some ETH. I sold some of my Bitcoin at this price to get ETH. I swapped Bitcoin for ETH, right? If I had waited, first of all, I could have waited until maybe price came back into my range and I wouldn't even have to rebalance. Like if price goes down here, but then it comes back up, now my position is active again, and my position is selling Bitcoin and getting ETH on the way up. But if it never comes back, then now I'm just holding that bag of wrapped Bitcoin. I'm not collecting any fees, and that's fine too. But the game here for me is to collect fees along the way, and I don't care if I have to rebalance once in a while. But again, when price escaped my range to the downside, this chart is showing me the Bitcoin price in terms of ETH. So traders are selling, selling, selling. My liquidity position is buying, buying, buying. At this point, I have 100% Bitcoin. If I want to rebalance right there, you know, it depends on where I want my range to be. But obviously, I could have swapped Bitcoin for more ETH at this price than at this price, you know. So I wasn't awake at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I also didn't know that price was going to keep going down. I didn't know that Bitcoin was going to keep underperforming versus ETH. And I still don't know if I've rebalanced at the best price. If price now goes up, well, that kind of sucks for me because, hey, I could have waited and swapped my Bitcoin for more ETH than I did down here. But if price keeps going down, I'm going to be happy that I swapped some of my Bitcoin for ETH at this price before the price went lower. You see what I mean? So it completely depends on what price is going to do from here, and we'll never be able to predict that. So I just do it. And if price stays in this range for a long time, great. If it goes back up, I'll rebalance. If it goes down further, I'll rebalance. I don't really care. I know that my bag is going to be somewhere between 100% Bitcoin and 100% ETH at all times. That's always what it's going to be. That's what this liquidity pool is swapping back and forth between Bitcoin and ETH. So the dollar prices of these tokens doesn't really enter into it. I'm just trying to grow my bag of ETH and Bitcoin, and rebalancing as necessary. So if I every day I look at this, and if I notice it's out of range, I just do a rebalance, come what may. All right, guys. So I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the week. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I will be back again next week, streaming twice, Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. You are very welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And if you're watching the recorded version, remember, turn on notifications so you can be here live next time. And if we get enough live viewers, we'll do a giveaway. Angie got her question in at the last second. No, I don't know. Steven asked about that as well. There's a new token, apparently, ICE, the new ICE token. I don't know what it is. So I'll have to spend some time over in the DripX Telegram group to find out what that is. All right. You got it. Thank you for being here, Molian. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you on Monday.